Hello and welcome once more to this Red Gaming Tech video. Myself, Marta, as always, I'm here with the latest news from the tech world as of the last 24 or so hours, as of the 16th of March. Now, just want to get it out of the way, I will not be touching on the Xbox thing in this video. Paul is working on a video as I speak, probably will already be uploaded by the time mine is, but in case you missed it, all the juicy stuff is over there. Anywho, we're going to begin today's proceedings with Gamescom 2020. So it does feel like every event under the sun is being cancelled because of the concerns. Yes, I can't say the actual word because I'll be demonetized. Yes, it's ridiculous, you know the drill at this point. Anywho, at present it seems Gamescom 2020 is still going ahead. Now for those of you who have been keeping your ear to the ground on everything that's been going on, Cologne has placed a ban on all major events that have 1,000 or more people, up to and including the 10th of April. Now obviously Gamescom does not take place until August, so at present they are planning to go ahead. Now I think that the April 10th ban will probably be extended, but I'm hoping, I think everyone is, that it won't be going on so long as August. I would hope that we'd have some things under some sort of control by then. However, they have released a full statement on Twitter. You can see it on the video and it's also linked below, but the TLDR of it is it's not cancelled. However, if they do end up postponing it or cancelling it for any reason, you will get a refund. So if you are planning on going, what I would strongly advise is just spend that little bit extra on getting your flight insurance, so if you have to cancel because of the concerns, then you won't lose out on any cash. But obviously we'll have to wait and see what actually ends up happening there. We're going to move over though, should I say, to something a little bit more interesting and brighter, and that is regarding Ryzen 4000 Renoir. So we have a very interesting article thanks to videocards.com, as AMD have revealed a bunch of information on the Ryzen 4000 mobile processors. We have two very nice slides from VideoCards and a bunch of tasty information. So, according to what they're saying, we will see Ryzen 4000 mobile laptops go on pre-orders today, but it is going to be a little while, a few weeks they say, until it's readily available, widely available. However, AMD has released more information on the architecture itself and also confirmed the existence of the Ryzen 9 4900H. So let's discuss that first, shall we, with our first slide. So we can see pretty much all of the processors that I've been talking about over the past month here. 4900, 4900HS, the 4800H and HS variants, and the 4600H and HS. So, what do we actually see for the 4900? Well, as you can plainly see on screen, 8 cores, 16 threads, 4.4 GHz of boost and 3.3 GHz base with 12 megs of cache, 8 graphics cores and a graphics frequency of 1750 MHz, all at 45 watts. The 4900HS is pretty much the same, only a few differences. We do see a lower TDP, of course, of 35 watts. However, we also see 4.3 GHz boost and 3.0 base, so an ever so slight difference there. But if you're really looking to have as low a power envelope as you can, then those 10 watts can very much matter, especially obviously in a mobile chip. As for the H and HS, the specs are all the same. The only difference is the TDP, 45 versus 35 watts. However, we still see 8 cores, 16 threads, 4.2 GHz boost and 2.9 GHz base, 12 megs of cache again, 7 graphics cores and 1600 MHz. And the same story again on the 4600H and HS. Again, just a difference in TDP, but we see a 6-core, 12-thread configuration, 4 GHz boost with 3 GHz base, 11 megs of cache, 6 graphics cores, and 1500 MHz in graphics frequency. Now we also have some information on the Ryzen 4000U series, which of course we're going to go through now. Now the TDP is the same all the way down the stack, 15 watts, so I'm not going to mention that for each because, well, that would be weird. Anywho, for the 4800U, we see 8 cores, 16 threads, 4.2 GHz boost, 1.8 GHz base, 12 megs of cache, 8 graphics cores, and 1750 MHz. The 4700U is an 8-core, 8-thread configuration, 4.1 boost and 2.0 base. Once again, 12 megs of cache, but only 7 graphics cores and 1600 MHz of graphics frequency. 4600 is 6 cores, 12 threads, 4 GHz boost and 2.1 GHz base, 11 megs of cache, 6 graphics cores and 1500 MHz. As for the 4500U, we see a 6.6 configuration, 4 GHz boost and 2.3 GHz base, once again 11 megs of cache and 6 graphics cores again, and the same clock speed in terms of graphics frequency, that being 1500 MHz. And finally the Ryzen 3 4300U, we see 4 cores, 4 threads, 3.7 GHz boost, 2.7 GHz base, 6 megs of cache, 5 graphics cores and a partridge in a pear tree, as well as 1400 MHz. However, the information that video cards had for us did not stop there. AMD is also claiming, according to video cards, and once again you can find their article linked below, that we are going to be seeing a 25% gain in IPC over the Ryzen 3000M, 20% lower SoC power, 2 times higher power efficiency, and 5 times faster state switching. And of course, all of these chips are based on 7nm Vega, and AMD are also saying a 25% higher peak graphics clock and 77% higher peak memory bandwidth. I have to say, Ryzen 4000 is sounding pretty damn nice. Now, considering these are mobile-based parts, I can definitely see why someone who was looking to purchase a laptop or notebook or whatever would consider one of these chips. Now obviously, as I said, it's going to be a while before they're widely, not wildly, it's very similar words but not the same, very, very different in fact. Free English lessons for you. In all seriousness, sorry, it's been a long day. In all seriousness, these do look very interesting. Look forward to seeing the pricing. I think that's going to be the main thing, how much these laptops are actually going to cost. Obviously, it depends on the manufacturer, what graphics card, not graphics solution, sorry, whatever else we see in the machine itself, all that sort of stuff, yada, yada, yada. You know the drill. Anywho, we're going to move on now, as we have some comments from Nvidia regarding the GTC cancellation. Now, I discussed a few days ago, of course, that Nvidia would not be having a conference keynote at GTC, even though it has now moved to a purely online conference. Nvidia have now issued a statement on their website. You, of course, can find their blog post linked in the description below this video. Now, this is from Jensen Huang, and he said, quote, "We have exciting products and news to share with you, but this isn't the right time. We're going to hold off on sharing our GTC news for now. That way our employees, partners, the media and analysts who follow us, and our customers around the world can focus on staying safe and reducing the concerns. We will still stream tons of great content from researchers and developers who have prepared great talks. This is a time to focus on family, our friends, our community. Our employees are working from home. Many hourly workers will not need to work, but they'll all be fully paid. Stay safe, everyone. We'll get through this together." So, just to clarify again, this was an online conference, but Nvidia still felt it was better to hold off. I can kind of see why they would make that decision, to be honest. They just want to focus on staying safe, as they themselves said. However, we're going to move on from that to a little bit of console news. Now, again, this is not the Xbox specs. This is some comments from an analyst firm regarding the release dates of both the PS5 and Xbox Series X. So, these comments come from the analyst DFC Intelligence, thanks to an article on Forbes.com. You, of course, can find that linked below. So basically what they're saying is that, well, they think that both the PS5 and Xbox Series X will be actually delayed until 2021. Now, of course, at the moment, we are expecting them to release holiday this year. Now, it's important, very, very crucial to keep in mind two very important things. One, Microsoft is still saying this year, and two, other analysts very much disagree. So, with that in mind, let's see what they had to say. They basically said that the impact of the concerns will basically mean that consoles are going to miss their launch dates. Quote, "The concerns are likely to have a major short-term impact on the delivery of both systems. There is a strong likelihood that one or both systems will not make a 2020 launch. If the systems do launch, supply will likely be constrained and initial pricing could be higher than expected. Currently, the economy is in an unprecedented state of uncertainty. even if the situation clears up in a few weeks, the ability to manufacture and release a high-end new game system has already been severely impacted. Now obviously everything that's going on is having an effect on, well, everything, and obviously would likely have an effect on an operation as big as launching a whole new console, and obviously manufacturing, you know, hundreds and thousands even of machines, making sure they're all up to snuff, etc, etc, shipping them out to stores, blah 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 blah. Now again, other analysts disagree, and Microsoft are still saying this year, and given that they're not out to a holiday, I would hope, fingers crossed, that everything's back to normal by then. Take of it what you will, you can disagree, agree. Personally, I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know enough about, you know, production and analysing industries or economies to really have a comment, but I will just say that other analysts do disagree, and Microsoft are still confident in saying that it's coming out this year, so make of it what you will. Anyway, that is me done for this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, your support is very, very appreciated by both myself and Paul, but do remember to like and subscribe. It does help out a great deal, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.